shortly. We don't have to get into it right away.
Okay.
But no, I wanted definitely. Now, can we talk about where you guys are from originally? Okay, so because you're from Brockton originally, right?
Yeah,
which
Brockton,
Joseph and myself, we're also from Brockton.
Word.
It's very cool to see someone doing their thing, but in a different medium. You know what I mean? You're the we do the comedy thing, and you're doing the music thing. That's very cool, though. You know. And then now, and you, Matthias, are you from Brockton originally or no?
No, I'm actually from South Boston.
You're from South.
Originally.
Okay.
Moved out to the South Shore at like 14.
Okay.
And linked up with all the kids in hip hop or production and skateboarding. Just
there you go.
From chilling in Quincy or down in Weymouth.
Okay.
Skateboarding too?
Yeah, my whole life.
Wow.
Up until probably when I traded it for music.
Yeah. There you go.
And then finally Lil Wayne did it, and you're like, I've been doing that shit since I was
Also, fuck Lil Wayne.
Now, why do you're not a fan?
Not at all.
No?
Just
What happened?
I just never.
What'd he do to you?
Nothing personally.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed his music when he first came out when he was like 16.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he just got on some weird shit for me. I
what
was
was
always into like conscious hip hop.
Too much scissor.
Okay.
Yeah. Too much syrup.
So are you a Nas fan?
Oh, big time.
Okay.
Big time Nas fan.
Yeah. He's the only really. He's the only real rapper that was elevated to that level, but really though is like more of a politician. You know what I mean? Like he says some real shit.
Yeah,
and people, he's very good at getting his word, like picking the words that make the song work and also get a message. It's just crazy how good
I
he
was
is.
thinking about him the other at like I think 2 days ago, and I was like, man, Nas doesn't get his due. But I don't think he gets his due.
He does, but he doesn't for the message.
But I don't think he does. Like I don't think he does as far as like when everybody talks about the best.
Okay.
His name doesn't get thrown out.
People usually put him in like a real lyricist or somebody that really fucks with real lyrics will put him in the top 5.
I was gonna say
In my opinion, I think he should be number 1.
But the majority of people,
at least top 2.
Yeah, but I'm saying for the majority of people, he like ends up like 8.
Yeah,
he's like top 10.
I mean, he's still pushing it though. He just did the BBC Orchestra. They did Illmatic. The full album.
No way, dude.
Live on TV.
With an orchestra behind him?
Full orchestra.
That's badass,
Killed
dude.
it.
That's badass.
Killed it.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
We'll have to check that out.
And they did the whole album?
The whole album.
But you were talking about him as having a message and still being
Always.
always. He had a thing where the chorus was, I know I can be what I want to be. Like basically some like stuff you'd see on Sesame Street.
Right.
Yeah.
And you could smoke a blunt to it. And like how do you do that?
There you go. That's a
with
great
a positive
point.
message.
Right. A real positive.
It's almost corny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, tell Nas he's corny and watch what happens. Watch what happens, dude. You get thrown off a fucking bridge.
So he's definitely been a huge, like, he's your biggest influence, or like up there for you guys.
I mean, personally, that's kind of like, that was my favorite MC coming up. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I mean, that's what I gravitate towards, like that style of hip hop, and that style of hip hop is still around, like despite what you hear on the radio, and you know what I'm saying, like that underground sound is still here. Like I'm sick of hearing people say like, "Oh, hip hop is dead," and like this and that. Like it's not. Like hip hop is I feel like
hip hop's going through like an '80s hair metal phase, but you know what I'm saying, like as far as like rock and roll is concerned, because if you think about it, as far as music goes, it's relatively new if you look at the grand scheme.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Like how long music's been around.
Right.
So if you look at it that way, they're just, maybe they're going through some growing pains or something.
Yeah.
It's still evolving. I mean, there's always room to grow. I mean, it's just what the market pushes, really. What you're gonna hear, unless you're looking for a specific thing.
I feel like when you say the market, though, like you mean like people.
General people.
That's the problem. Is the music fans?
It's not just the fans, though. It's industry.
Like industry,
executives. I mean, they're pushing stuff that's gonna sell to a wider audience rather than a direct hip hop community.
People that eat up that bullshit though, like I don't know, man. Like there's so many weird shit out there. Like now I don't know. There's just so many different little rap collectives and artists and groups. I don't know, man. It's so weird, and there's so much like Little Uzi Vert. Lil Uzi Vert.
I mean, I'm not.
You know what I mean? Like
I honestly never heard the track. Don't know.
I'm not a fan.
Right.
I'm not a fan, but I'm
Nor
not
am I.
knocking. But I'm not knocking them because
I'm knocking the people that listen to. That's what I'm saying. But it's not his fault. It's not his fault.
Exactly, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He just put it out there, and people were like, "All right, we'll eat it up."
Yeah, like there's a dude. What's his name? 6ix9ine with 6ix9ine tattooed all over his face and colors. Like, right. And this dude is hot right now. So I mean, that's what people are buying and supporting it. Who am I to say? You know,
I mean, I resent the shit out of it.
That happens in the comedy world like too many times a name. You know, somebody comes along and you're like, dude, this dude's corny as shit. Yeah, but everybody likes me. He appeals to like such a huge audience. Yeah, and then they fade away. You see what happens to them though. They always end up going
right. Exactly. Absolutely. Right. There was I saw a documentary about like this kind of the same thing. But who's the there's that crazy comedian Bobby. He's an older white dude. Maniac. Bobby, I want to say it's not Bobby Valentine.
No, that's a wrestler, dude.
Yeah. No, I forget it. If I said his name, you'd be like, oh, you know, of course. But he's just an old school like maniac, you know, like partying, doing blow with strippers type dude. Okay. And they were talking about Dane Cook, who was another dude like he had mass appeal.
He got bigger than any comedians ever could possibly get.
And by and large, you know, just like this guy, he's a real hip hop artist, producer. So he knows the scene. Yeah. And you're like, I don't really like, you know, this little Uzi Vert dude, but I can't knock it.
Exactly.
And this guy said the same. He's like, listen, I do not think that Dane Cook is funny, but that does not mean he's not funny.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Clearly he is. He's sold more comedy albums than anybody ever close to it.
But I'm saying his peers don't feel that way though.
Jeff Dunham,
the masses that are eating it up. And that's what I'm saying.
Like Jeff Dunham,
it's the same type of thing.
Yeah. But he's going to sell out the South because they're stupid.
My brain don't work good.
Hence blue collar comic. No, some of those dudes.
Dude, Jeff Dunham. Apparently, one of my coworkers went to see him when he was going through his divorce. And he's like, dude, it was some of the darkest, funniest shit I've ever. Like all the puppets were going off on shit, and like they're all going through divorce, or all got cheated on, or some shit. Like,
I know. Like you hate to say it, but like when Chris Rock had his divorce, I was like, oh, special.
Sure.
Exactly. Exactly. Everyone was like, thank God, he was
personal shit.
Yeah, and he got real personal on that special. Yes, it was awesome. Yep. But hey, let's hear what you guys are about. Let's hear this first track.
And,
sure. Give it a quick, like, you know, while he's getting it prepped up, like, give us a quick intro. What's it called? Maybe you know.
So this first joint's called Mogwai's Revenge. It's produced by myself and Matthias, CLOAQxDAGGER, and it's featuring Judge the Disciple and Slant from Headshots. They put out a whole album together on Starvin Entertainment, a label that Matthias started.
Yeah, I mean, we started Starving Artists Entertainment back in 2009.
Love the name, by the way.
I do like that. Yeah, I do like that.
Yeah.
We were, you know, just a collective of friends who have been in the hip-hop community, either, you know, rapping, making beats, doing graffiti, breakdancing, and just seeing everybody get fucked over without, you know, a venue to play at, or getting underpaid or undercut.
So you're doing a service to everybody at this point.
Trying to, you know.
It sounds like an all things comedy in the local rap scene.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You know? And I just happen to be best friends with some of the illest artists in the area.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And it just made sense at the time. You know, I was starting to engineer music. Why not do some free projects for friends, get promotion, just start working together, and try to push this as a whole.
So what happens when you guys stop making money on this thing and it's Starving Artists?
We never made money. It was still Starving Artists.
The name is still true.
The name will always hold true.
Is Mikey Shake, you good? You ready with that? All right, let's see. You said there's a couple different artists on the record, right? Let's play the whole thing through so we can hear all the verses and all that. You know what I mean?
Word up.
Play the whole track.
So rest in peace if you ain't with the plan to split the strand that chokes the puppet master, rushing past the line of scrimmage. I am fist to your defenders. Can I find a way? And it's just business. It's always been this way. It's taking out your side like an appendix. See my banner flying, I'm Orion with the iron. You know the slaying just predicted by the Mayans. We keep it live, resuscitating when the bass is pumping, bumping to the place is jumping. Fuck it, this is nature. Concentrate your blunts and pass them over. This ain't a stick up yet, but fuck around and we gon' get those ends. So give me the loot, and we gon' kick these trends. I'll give them the boot quick. I'm too sick like flu cold blends. Ain't got the time to waste you. Either hit the blunt or spit the funk. I twist it up whether rhythm or ism when I'm getting up. And it's straight flames, always leaving notice. No deodorant can hold it over. Bodies getting dropped and the ventilation out of order. Plus a sprinkle in a little doja. like a pose like it's yoga. Pass with the hands, Jedi mind like an Yoda. Yo, we force grab mics. Prepare for the takeover, the wait's over. So knuckle up and stay focused while we break quota. Bottle thoughts take shots like we're not sober. We put the blueprint down. When we produce this sound, rally the troops inbound. The war's on, so we battle, cross till dawn. Modern day Vietnam, time to ring the alarm. On the way to the gates and we bringing the arms. From the cracks in your armor to the tip of the sword. From the back to the front, balcony to the floors. Cloak and dagger on the beat, so it has to be raw. So fuck the prophylactics, we just splashing on the atlas. With the back and forth, the patterns form the atoms, then we smash. Hold the phone a minute, out the booth like Superman. One take, Killer Jam, 1J, kilogram. Don't wait, slow, range, try until I go. Base, fire in the hole. Like Mr. Math, catch a cold. Case closed, take hold. Fakes fold like big rolls. The game's old. Been time here. To take what we came for. Us whack, never. Slant, judge, better. Bust facts, clever. Crush, smash, sever.
That shit was dope. For real.
Thank you.
That was ill. Now, see, I mistakenly called you guys rappers. No, I thought you were on that track, which I was going to ask you which verse was yours, but you know what I mean. But even still, that beat though that was dope. Seriously, that sounded like something that like Immortal Technique would have. Okay. You know what I mean? Right. I love that dude. I love that fucking guy.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, that joint right there is going to be actually on our project. We're putting together an album. It's called The Working Title. That's actually going to be the name of the album.
That's the album title? I love that, dude.
Yeah, so, I love that. That's probably going to be the first single off, but that's the first one we got recorded, and Matthias just mixed it like yesterday or the day before. Right. But we got that joint, and we got a long list of MCs that are going to be on it. That are
nice, man. That is sick.
That's cool. Yeah, it's going to be dope.
I definitely need to get a copy of that when it drops.
I mean, we're taking our time with it. We got a shitload of beats, stacking up. But I know some artists are picky or whatever. But we're trying to get the best of the best.
No, some people put it out too quick. That's right. I'd rather hear that.
We started working on this project December.
Well, we started making beats and
probably June of last year for this project.
Sure.
And this is our first track we even got together.
Right.
I mean, we're not even shooting for anything close. Probably a December release.
That's what happens, man. Yeah, I don't know. I hate to bring it back to our shit, but like in comedy is the same type of thing. It takes you like 15 years to build up your first record until you're like, all right, I have an album I can put out now.
Exactly.
It's the same type of thing, man.
So I'm thinking it was like I'm trying to picture like scenario. So if you guys are producers and you're in the studio or you have someone, I know you're gonna try to work with the best, but if someone ever have just like an off day or an off day where you're like, that was good, and then when they walk, you're like, we can't play that.
I mean,
does that? I'm sure it doesn't happen that often.
I'll just say something.
Yeah, we honest.
Then.
So how do you approach that? Because I'm curious, because again, just to relate it, should go back and forth. You need to have someone that you can be confident is going to give you what it is.
Absolutely.
Be like, listen, that joke sucks, or this is one of the worst tracks I've ever made in my entire life.
Yep.
What the hell are we doing? Let's go back. Let's scratch that. Or
if you're not telling your friends that they suck when they suck and you're just leading them on, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly agree.
For real.
I wholeheartedly
agree. If my beat sucked and Crack came over my crib and was like, that's just whack, I'd fucking just delete it.
Right. And we've both done it to each other. We've both done it to MCs we work with, and that's just what it is.
It happens. You have a bad night recording or just writer's block or whatever it may be. Or you just didn't feel the way you sounded on the fucking headphones and couldn't get your point.
Yeah, you know how many times I sat in front of a fucking laptop, made a beat for 2 hours, and high as fuck. Thought that shit was ill. Woke up the next morning like, what the fuck is this?
Tell your story, please.
So I got high as shit by myself one night, and I was like, here's what I'm gonna do, because I could totally pull this off. I'm gonna write nothing but one-liners. I'm gonna fill up my notebook with one-line. The toughest shit there is to write. Period. As far as a joke goes, it's so hard to do. You got to be so concise. I wrote, I don't know how many, 4, 5, 6 pages. I just kept going. I'm like, that is hilarious. That's my closer. I got, oh my God, these are the greatest jokes I've ever written in my life.
Yeah.
I woke up the next morning and read them. I'm like, this is the dumbest shit on the face of the earth. None of this would get a laugh. I started reading them out loud. I'm like, nope. Right. No. And the night before, I was reading out loud like
laughing to yourself.
I'm a genius.
Thank God. Yeah, you're like, thank God nobody saw this.
Yeah.
We'll leave the studio with the new beat. Crackle hit me up the next day like, yo, you gonna delete that shit?
Yeah.
Well, it's good that you guys can like make fun of yourselves, or at least be like, all right, this was just this guy.
You really have to take in like people's opinion and consider it as a place to move forward from.
Just take it
like run and hide from.
Totally objective. Exactly. Right. No feelings, no emotion. Just right. Yeah. Do I trust this person? You know what I mean? Okay.
Exactly.
Like it's hard as hell to make a beat with somebody. Like me and him have mad good chemistry, but I wouldn't be able to do this with hardly anybody else in the world. Besides, maybe make a beat or two, but not do as much work as we have because we have good chemistry and we both don't take it to heart if there's something that the other one doesn't like.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So you can't. You can't.
We got the same type of working relationship. You know what I mean? Yeah, like it just works.
I mean, if it was somebody over here listening to Lil Xan and shit, I might not respect it and listen to them, but
right.
Thank you though.
Right. No, I hear you. Yep. See that a comedian once said this to me, and this blew my fucking mind because it's so true. I was talking about how because I really was born and raised on hip hop.
Yep.
The first song I knew the word. I remember knowing the words to. Like I could sing the whole song. I just knew it confidently. Was All About the Benjamins.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Like that was like that's when I grew up. That's where I'm at.
Fucking jam.
It was. All the older kids around my neighborhood were playing it in their cars and shit. And I remember learning every lyric to that fucking song.
Yeah.
And so I love hip hop. And we had a conversation about this in the car one night. And he said I never picked up on this. And I'm a hip hop comedy fanatic.
Yep.
And this dude he's like the thing that I love about hip hop is that it's so intertwined with comedy. Just the way like you gotta the way you gotta pull it off. I'm like, well, what do you mean by that? He's like, well, dude. Think about it, dude. Like, you gotta be confident. Yeah. You gotta have an economy of words, get your point across in as few words as possible. True. And they're both based on punchlines.
Oh, and your delivery.
And which I think that has to do with confidence, though. Like, because no one who's not confident in themselves does well on stage, whether it's rap or comedy.
Oh, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
So
exactly. And there's all different subgenres. Same with comedy.
Sure. Right. Yeah. Backpack rap and all that.
Rap,
right. All that.
Yeah, we were just talking out there, and we were saying how like you guys are part of this under like this whole scene that we have no idea is going on in this city right now. And we could tell you every night that something's going on, just like you guys could be like, well, this is going on
exactly. Exactly. And there's a lot going on.
What is
that's good.
What's the spot right now, or where's like the one place, like if it was one night a week, right, where like anybody listening would be like, I want to go check out good local hip hop, where am I gonna go?
It was Opus, but I think they're taking a break now. They're doing it like a monthly thing. They also have like the freestyle clinic in Monday. What is that in Everett? I think right on Mondays. That's a dope scene. But like the Middle East, like I mean, people love to hate Leeds, but Leeds brings in like every artist that's doing something in the underground. So I mean, the Middle East and Sonia, you can see just about anybody.
Middle East open mic on Tuesday is like a staple. If it's a Boston comedy scene, it's Tuesday Middle East open mic. It is the toughest mic, bar none, to get laughs.
That's why people go.
But that's why you got to go. There's not one comic in Boston, and if they haven't been there, then they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
But you're supposed to be at that mic, or at least have people know everybody at that mic because everyone goes there.
Everybody does go there.
And it's like it's a good community. Like what Justice is doing with Rec Shop is like he started it way back in the day, but then he brought it back with like a cipher. He had started the Subway Cypher where he would have people come in, play beats, you know what I'm saying, or some people with live instruments, and like just have people cipher like in the subway, you know what I mean? And like it just started drawing crowds. Like it was in, I think, the Globe, like a bunch, it got dope. National attention.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. I mean, there's so much going on. Like you got artists right now that are like hitting the national level that you haven't really seen before. Out of Mass.
I was just about to ask. So that was my next question. I was going to say, so who's somebody right now that like you guys are like you're going to be hearing this name, or if there's because you guys are producers, so there's clearly you guys are keeping track of artists. Is there somebody you're like I either think this guy's way under the radar and is going to do something, or this guy is like on the verge?
The kid that's blowing up right now is our homie John Glass's boy Token.
He's
starting to tour nationally, and Token's young and killing this.
Yeah, he's like 18 and 19 years old, something like that, maybe 20 years old. Yeah.
Oh,
he
I
did it big. He just sold out a whole European tour. You know what I'm saying? He and then Joyner Lucas. Joyner Lucas is a dude out of Worcester who just same thing. He's selling out right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's doing it big. But then you got other heads like, you know, there's so much talent out here. You got Paranorm. The whole Tragic Allies camp is flawless. You know what I mean? You got Paranorm, Code 9, who just dropped the album and is about to drop another one with Paranorm.
See, I'm gonna have to write all this shit down.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna have to link you to some new music.
It'd be like if you would tell them about local comedians, they'd be like, sure.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like, you know, like shout out to the homie Donnie Brooks. He goes by Oblivious as well. He's killing it. Judge the Disciple, who is just on that track. Headshots, Aztec, and Hybrid Thoughts. This group is from out here.
I've heard of Hybrid Thoughts before.
Yeah, they just went to Japan.
They just got signed to a record label.
Is that what? Okay, I have heard that name before. Yeah.
They work with some awesome people.
Yeah.
I believe Aztec and Paranorm just did anime soundtrack in Japan. That's extremely huge.
That is huge. That shit is huge.
That's like royalty money type shit.
It does mailbox checks.
That's awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, man. But I think like one of my favorite artists that hasn't been heard enough, but has been heard is Paranorm. This dude is phenomenal, yo. Like, this dude is a beast. He's toured in Europe, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that.
What is it? I've noticed you're saying that a lot. Why are they touring in Europe? What is it that the...
Europe is like Europe... I feel like Europe has more... Like, Europe supports underground hip-hop.
Yeah, right.
Really?
Underground music in general, I feel like.
Underground music is huge in Europe.
Yeah, like all the underground... EDM
I mean,
and all that.
everybody you loved in the 90s that was sort of underground, or like... under, you know, pop star level, like even local cats like Ed OG,
like kind of open and act type stuff.
Not even open act, like people you heard on the radio every day back in the '90s, who don't do headlining tours around here anymore.
Currency.
Can go to Europe, and do a 20 show tour, no problem, But when they come back here, there's hardly
they're doing the Middle East,
Middle East upstairs,
exactly,
not even downstairs, you know what I mean? And they've got vinyl going back to the 80s. You know?
And like everybody that I've talked to that's been to Europe is like, dude, the love is incredible.
I'm sure.
You know what I'm saying? They appreciate it. And
so
you know what I mean?
What cities do they go to? Like
everywhere. I mean, they did like
Hamburg,
Hamburg. They went Austria,
Vienna,
right.
Everywhere in Europe.
Yeah, they toured with like Killer Priest from Wu-Tang. So yeah, they went everywhere he went, man.
That's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Really, really dope, man. Our homie Donnie Brooks and Paranorm, they just went to Vietnam. And they got booked out there. Yeah, they went out there for a month. Well, they went out there for a month. You know what I mean? Like as a trip.
You get there, you might as well stay.
Yeah, and you know what I mean. And they're doing like the Airbnb. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. And then they got booked for a show strictly off their talent out there. You know what I mean? From an open mic. Yeah, on an island.
That's crazy.
It was just. It's like, I feel like the love outside of your local community is where it's at. And like I feel like you're not. In some ways, you're not shit to the people around you until you're big somewhere else, and then they're like, "Oh, all right, so let me." You know what I mean?
That's the same thing.
Once again, the parallels are crazy. No, because we've talked about this. The people you come up with are always going to look at you like, all right, well, he's an open micer.
Right.
Because he came up when I came up and he started when I started.
Same level.
And then we're always on the same level. But then sometimes in the back of your head, you're like, well, I got to go somewhere else because I don't think I'm on this level.
Exactly.
And I need to go where someone doesn't know me and see if my shit works.
Yeah.
Right.
And then when it does, you're like, okay, I can do this.
Right. Exactly.
You're just making sure people aren't bullshitting you.
Yeah.
We like them too much to say that sucked.
Right. Yeah.
See, that's crazy. Like, I got a buddy who, I was fucking... I'm what you would call like a classically trained percussionist. You know, like I was in school band my whole fucking life.
Just James is downplaying the fact of what a douche he is when it comes to this. Because one time I was like, "Oh, you play the drums?" He goes, "I'm a percussionist." I was like, "Oh, my mistake."
I do play the drum kit. But I can do more. I can do a lot more. I can actually read music. You know, so like the notes and shit.
I can't even read music.
See that you got to learn how to do that shit. No, I mean me. I meant me. Like I had to learn how to do it, doing what I did. But so my buddy I was in band with absolutely shreds on a saxophone.
Really?
Unreal dude. You know, he's out of this world. And he's in a band. They call themselves Moon Hooch. And it's just 2 saxes and a drum kit. No singer, no words, no nothing.
No shit.
They sold out a European tour.
Hey,
yeah,
that's dope.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Dope.
And that's just a
concept.
That's what like you said about the underground shit. And granted, he's only doing like he's only doing like Middle East downstairs type places. He's not doing he's not doing fucking crazy big shit. But they went to Europe for 3 months. And
dude, how sick would it be to be like huge over there and then get to come home and no one knows you?
Dude, you know what I mean?
That would be amazing. Yeah,
dude, I would kill for that.
He's posting.
I'm gonna go walk around the mall at home, but I'm gonna get mobbed when I go over to Europe.
Exactly.
Just come home and be like, yeah, you know,
dude. He's posting all these pictures in like Brussels and in like Paris and shit, and like crowds going crazy. He lives in fucking New Bedford. You know what I mean? It's like, it's like
it's a crazy world.
It's so funny, man. I don't know, dude, but he's loving it, man. Having a great time. Does awesome, like 3 months on, month off. Shit like that. It's
independent is where it's at,
right,
man. Independent music, like even out of Mass, dude. Like there's this cat Al Divino and ST Nack. They just dropped the album. It's digital on Bandcamp, and it's $77.77 for 7 tracks, and mad people are buying it.
No shit.
They're selling physical copies for $111.11. I swear to God.
Why?
Because their music's worth it.
Yeah, they make really good music, and they feel like it's worth
we need
that
to get
much.
Paid,
and
that's some big baller brand type stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna make our shoes.
They're like,
exactly. Their music won't fall apart.
Exactly.
Let me ask you though: do you guys think that it's worth that kind of money? Like,
yes.
I mean, it's worth that kind of thing. I can't afford it. They price me out of it. You know what I'm saying? Personally, like you don't see me wearing Jordans. You know what I mean? Like I wear cheap clothes. Like I wear what I wear, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not that type of person, but they deserve the money for their art, and they put a price on their art. And just like anybody else in any other genre, like you got somebody that wants to do a show, they're not gonna, $50 for tickets. There's people that do shows for $10.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And
it's like buying a picture. I mean, I spent $5 on a picture I thought was great, or $2.50.
So it's so funny.
Picture.
I never understood that. My aunt is an artist, like a really good artist. She does sculptures and everything like that. She works a lot with bronze, and I was like, how do you put a price on your stuff? Like I don't get it. Like how can you just be like, and how some artists, some paintings can have like 2 squiggles and it's like for $300,000 a million. It's crazy.
Yeah.
She was like, well, how you're supposed to do it, but some of those people with the name. But she's like, what I do is just like, the amount of hours I put in, because the amount of work I did, the material that I use, because bronze is expensive, and then my name, and what my time is worth. And that's how you put a price on it. Just like you put a price on, like, well, if you're a lawyer or whatever, your billable hours, how much is it? Well, I'm worth $50 an hour, I'm worth whatever. It's the same thing.
And with music, I mean, you're spending not days painting a small picture. I'm spending 2 years coming up with a concept and trying to build with somebody to get on the same page and try to create this art not by yourself but with a bunch of people you might not even know.
That's the hardest thing I feel like, is because you guys got to work together. Me and him are never going to go on stage together. That's never going to happen. So it's like this is our outlet to talk to each other. In the comedic like type of. Have the comedic sensibility, but we're not on stage performing. You know what I mean? We'll never have to do that. So I don't know. Like, there's no real push and pull here. Like, I don't know. Like, you guys really have, that's like real compromise and shit you guys got to do. We don't have to do that, though. You know what I mean?
The good thing is we have a lot of the same tastes.
Okay.
And our beats, our sample selection, just the drums we might use on a track.
Sure.
It's usually like not a disagreement, and if there is, it's just okay, let's try something else.
Sure.
Or it helps that all the artists we listen to and are friends with and we want to build with are similar. Like he might be putting me on to some new artists I haven't heard of. But he knows I'm going to like it because that's my style of music.
Right.
And that's why we chose to work together.
That's dope.
So do you usually like how do you approach it? Like if you want, like, for instance, if we run a comedy show, you might come up to him, somebody like, hey, I might have a spot for you, or I think you'd fit here or whatever. Do you guys just go up to like an artist afterwards, be like, hey, let's like I like you're a good artist, let's work together?
Yeah, I have. I've approached most people I know through other people, so it's like just networking, going to shows and stuff like that. I've reached out to other artists. I've reached out to a few artists actually recently. Some of them good feedback. Some of them, I charge $1,000 for a verse. I charge this for a verse, and like, I understand your, but I'm trying to build, like, I mean, I'll throw
a record label is starving artists.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, like, but at the end of the day, it's like, like I want to work with somebody that wants to work with me. Like, I'll throw you a beat or something. We can work together, but I'm not paying you $1,000 for a verse. Not that you're not worth it, but Yeah, man. So we've gotten some good feedback. We reached out to this group. I actually reached out to this group, Falcon Crest. It's out of Toronto. They're underground, but they're making noise right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, I fuck with your music. Like, I just sent them a beat, and I was like, yo, like, I made this if y'all want to fuck with it. And they were like, oh, word, and like hit me up on the SoundCloud and like grabbed another beat from me or whatever.
Nice.
Another cat from Buffalo. This cat Twistello.
I like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like I'm just reaching out now.
Just the name alone.
Like, yeah.
Just the name alone.
He's dope. But yeah, man. So like it's gone both ways. You know, we've gotten some good feedback, some bad. I mean, the circle of friends we have is just. Dog, like the people we work with are just phenomenal.
We can make 50 albums. This year of dope music with just our best friends.
That's dope.
You know, and it definitely helps. But we try to reach out and we're trying to construct an album that involves not only people we've heard together on tracks, but maybe an artist you would hear one day, you know, do a certain type of music,
right,
and then add somebody you've never heard of that you would never expect them to be on a track with,
and
make the beat bring them together.
Oh yeah.
So what's like what's the I'm curious, like I'm always curious, like the process of stuff, like you know what I mean, like what's the route here, like what is the goal, like as far as like, all right, so we make this album and this is what we want it to do, and then this is the venue we want to land, or this is, you know what I'm saying, because like as a comedian you try to set like something where you're like, okay, I really want to play this show, I want to headline this, and you know you try to like set that kind of stuff. Is there like a, because there's no right way to do it, but what's your way? You know what I'm saying? What's your way that you're like, I want to do this, like I want to.
I don't think we ever actually discussed any of that shit.
Nah, because
all we really wanted was an album that would be classic to us. And, you know, had replay value.
Hopefully get some exposure.
Yeah, I don't even care if anybody listens to it. Honestly, it's gonna be dope music, and you're missing out if you don't. But I'm looking for an album that I want to listen to back to back to back, like it was Chronic 2001.
You know what I'm saying? Like, legit.
Like well thought out, concise track with people we both like.
And of course, it would be good to get to the point where I could stop fucking working in life insurance and shit. But you know what I'm saying? If that don't happen, I still have an outlet to fuck around with after I get home, ready to pull my hair out. You know what I'm saying? Hit up Matthias and we bang out a beat, and it's like. I mean, just art in general is like, you know what I mean? It's just that stress relief.
Gotta have some kind of outlet.
Creative, and that's mine. So like, at the end of the day, if I make music and I get a little blog love here and there, and people share my music, that's good enough for me, man.
Is there ever a time where you guys are doing a beat together and you're like, within like the first few seconds, you're like, okay, this is the shit.
Oh, we're gonna show you some of that in a minute.
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely.
The way we build is, I mean, we do a couple of things. Either we'll start from scratch. Like, we've composed a movie before.
We did a movie score. Shout out to King of the Witches. Yeah, man.
Wow.
Bucci, the dude I was talking. So he owns his job. His 9 to 5 is like he owns an independent VHS and DVD distribution company.
Oh wow.
For like wicked independent horror films and shit like that.
Oh, so don't you guys do a podcast or YouTube channel?
Exactly. So we do like this.
You can plug
that. It's 420 Film Reviews. You know what I'm saying? It's something me and him came up with. He sits me in front of a fucking weird, crazy movie or some independent shit, some real nasty shit. Has me watch it. You know what I mean? I roll up a blunt and then I talk for 4 minutes and 20 seconds about the movie. It comes. I'm always high and it doesn't come across intelligent or nothing like that.
That's hilarious.
But man, like I'm getting love. Like this dude make T-shirts just with my face on it, and people are buying this shit. Like it's crazy. Just as crazy. So So through that, like he puts out movies. You know what I mean? He's actually directed his own movie and put it out. It's called Infers. That shit was dope too. But man, he hit us up about a movie that he was releasing under King of the Witches. He hasn't put it out yet. It's called Ghosts and Gangsters. It's a real independent like horror film by this kid that's like, I think it was like 18 when he made it. And it's cool, man. He hit us up and he's like, yo, you guys want to do the score? So we were like, hell yeah. So we had a few sessions. We put that together and man, it was mad fun, dude. And I can't wait for that shit to drop. It's gonna be dope.
That is dope.
Is it all local people? Or?
This is actually from like, Queens.
Queens. Some young kid,
film school kids.
Not even, I don't think.
Nah, like his father like put out a bunch of movies. You know what I'm saying? Evan Macrogiannis. His son's Liam.
Just been around it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So
luckily enough, we got asked to.
So it was like it's going to be good exposure for us, and and it's going to be good for them too. Shit,
Hell yeah.
Got some free work.
Let's can we bang a beat real quick, you guys?
Yeah,
definitely.
Let's
if you want to go to track 3, that's
all right. Is that what it's called?
Or it's
what's
called
what's
number
just
3, Dipshit.
Hell yeah. Now I got to quite real quick while he's getting this queued up. I went to kindergarten with a girl who's rapping out here right now. She calls herself Alyssa Marie.
Yeah,
you know
I
her?
recorded her before.
Okay.
First slant of Headshots. She was on that last track.
I like her a lot, actually.
A long time ago.
Okay. Yeah, you guys, you fuck with her though. You down with her? Yeah. Is she still? Wasn't she with Miles?
Yeah. I think they moved to Cali though, right?
Did they go out there?
I'm not even sure.
Yeah, I think
man.
she moved out to Cali.
I was talking to her about coming on the show, a couple. I mean, but this was back when we first got at this station.
Okay.
When we first started to get like a real room together, and I had the confidence to ask people to come in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, so this was going back 3, maybe almost 4 months now. Maybe they are gone. You know
she
was dope though. I liked her a lot. Yeah, me and her went legit. We were in kindergarten together.
No shit.
Yeah, she used to do like kung fu and shit. Like people were like scared of her and shit. Like and she was like 3 feet tall. You know, oh my god. Yeah, she's the shit though. I love that girl.
Yeah.
But
you were scared of a 3 foot tall girl in kindergarten?
When I was 3.5 feet, I was only 3.5 feet tall. But all right,
and you had a beard.
Legit. All right, let's play this beat though. So this is called Dipshit. You said?
Yeah,
all
Dipshit.
Right, cool.
It's coming, man. I can hear it in my head.
Cool. I like that dipshit.
Yeah, dipshit.
Yeah. That sounds like something that something that would be on like Kanye's like first album. You know what I mean? Like those little like squealy type voices and shit. Like
it kind of
big into that. You know?
Yeah, when we started making it, I was like, yo, it sounds like a Dipset beat, and I was like, yo, let's call this shit Dipshit.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, and he did do production for them and shit too.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He did. Yeah. But way before. That's right. Yeah.
So
wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So yeah, it's just one of the joints. We released that on Facebook. We make like these little videos or whatever.
Yeah, it was like this trippy video. I remember seeing this stuff now. Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah. Now I liked you guys now, so I'll start seeing it. You know what I mean? That's what's up. That's what's up. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
Dipset came along at like the perfect time, I feel like. For like when I was listening to hip hop, but I was just starting to get into it a little more, and then all of a sudden one of my buddies was like, you gotta hear this, like, he goes, I don't know why. He goes, I don't think I should like this, but I really like it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it was just one of those things where, it was just kinda like, and they had all the personalities and stuff.
They were hardcore, like that was trap.
One of my favorite beat. Yeah, what was that? The last track on there was trap music with a Z.
Right.
And K. and but one of my favorite beats was the 40 Cal, like his feature song.
Okay.
And it sounded like something you'd come out to a fight to.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it had like this awesome little thing. I'm like, I like this. I remember playing that over and over again. I don't remember the lyrics being over the top, but I remember that beat being pretty good.
Cameron back then was a beast.
Dude. I still will listen to Hey Ma like once a week. You
had Jim Jones.
Hell yeah. Yeah, he was. He was a beat. Yeah, he really was. Yeah,
I love, dude. I listened to Joel Santana albums. I don't know how many times over.
Yeah.
I Am Crack song was one of the best.
He was.
I don't know if that's how you got your name. But
Nah.
He was.
I know I got it from selling it.
No comment.
My old life. That was then. This is now. Bitch.
Yeah. I got a college degree now. And
there you go. That's what's up.
I'm college crack. I'm PhD crack.
I'm cracked just like ALMI. You know what I'm saying? You need some life insurance.
Dr. Crack.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Yeah, man. But
now I'm picturing you in a lab coat, like, like coming into someone's office and be like, excuse me,
baking soda in one hand.
We'll make that the next music video.
Oh, God.
For real.
You know what I always liked was like when someone's a producer or someone a director, like Stan Lee. He puts himself in his movies, but he's like got such a minor role.
Yeah,
that's my favorite.
It's always just
my favorite thing.
Just a punchline cameo. Like
you don't need to be in the front.
No,
everything. Everybody knows who the hell you are.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's always funny when he turns up in the movie randomly, like, oh, there it is.
Exactly. I think everybody's just waiting for it.
Legit.
It's almost like a Waldo thing.
Right. Right. It's gonna suck when he fucking dies, and they're like, oh shit,
CGI.
No more. Yeah, there you go.
CGI Stan Lee.
I love hearing about shit like that. Like one of my favorite movies of all time is Rudy.
Oh,
and it's corny and sappy, but the real Rudy is in the crowd behind his father at the last game.
Okay,
really?
The real Rudy's in like a navy blue coat,
right?
And like when I found that out, I'm like, that's so because he's in the movie for like 2 quick little brief parts, and they just kind of threw him in there. Hey. That like what was another one that I heard, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Sylvester Stallone's dad in the first Rocky.
Really?
The guy who rings the bell.
Really?
Like, for 2 seconds, he's just in there. It goes, ding, and it's like, that's his dad. He's like, hey, Dad, you want something in my, like...
That's a very fitting role, though. You know what I mean?
I was like, hey, I'll put you in the movie. Like, you probably bugged him. He's like, you put me in the movie? He's like, yeah, I'll find something for you.
That's so
put you on there for a half a second.
Dude, you know what? Yeah. I just way off on a tangent. Do you listen to podcasts at all? I'm sorry, I just slurred that. Yeah. Do you listen to podcasts at all? You guys?
I listen to a lot of podcasts.
Then you're gonna
like Joe Rogan.
Do you listen?
That, Joey Diaz.
Jesus Christ.
All that shit.
Do you remember Mike Rowe from Dirty Jobs?
Oh, Mike Rowe is a ridiculous human being.
But like, you a fan ridiculous, or you don't like him ridiculous?
I'm sort of on the line. I mean,
if you listen to podcasts, this is gonna sway you. Okay, you gotta listen. Mike Rowe's podcast. It's called The Way I Heard It. And he advertises it. It's for the curious mind with a short attention span. So all the episodes are less than 10 minutes, and it's always it's about someone famous always. And the way he's such a genius writer that you don't find the name out until the very last sentence. Like he'll like, dude, it's so fucking well done. Like there's one episode, it's about Woody Harrelson. And Woody Harrelson's dad was a legitimate like mob hitman, like for real, killed like 30 people for the mob. Yeah, for real. You know what I mean? And then like Colonel Sanders, killed the man in a shootout.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Like,
I thought you were about to say Colonel Sanders was a hitman for the mob.
Yeah. What'd you say? You were gonna say what?
I thought you were gonna say Colonel Sanders was a hitman for the mob. I'm like,
it's a good cover though.
That is a great cover.
Maybe a hitman for the fucking KKK, but not the mob though.
He fed his victims' body parts to his people at his restaurant.
Yeah, legit. No, he probably,
you're eating fried Fred.
But dude, they're so fucking good, man. Like, I'm trying to think of another one that it's escaping me now, dude. But they're so fucking well done, you know. And there was one about John Denver. John Denver's dad was like a decorated like Vietnam pilot or some shit, or like World War II fighter pilot or something. Dude, they're all fucking great. And when you just said that thing about his dad being in the movie and shit, that I don't know why that struck a chord. I was like, yo, I gotta.
That's
tell
my
you.
favorite thing.
I gotta
like
tell you about this.
Little tidbits, light things that I always like.
That's why it's called attention deficit, baby.
That's true. We want to roll out for a break.
Do you want to? Let's do another beat and then we'll take a break.
And then we'll take it out.
Yeah.
You know what? Can you just do the beat into the break and then play whatever? I don't know.
Is that cool?
Yeah, you can do that.
No, Dad. Let's do. What do you got?
I want to hear them.
You got 2 tracks and 4 beats, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we
did 2 tracks at the end. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Those are just like 2 other tracks.
Okay. Let's go out with one right now.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So it's called Grimy Shit?
Yeah. Grimy Shit.
So you guys name the beats ahead of time?
Never, really.
Nah.
I mean, when I open up a session, they ask me what to name the shit, so if I name it like New, it gets lost.
Right.
Then like we'll be like, yeah, it's just Grimy Shit, and then hopefully you remember it.
Right.
So we'll be going through shit like 4 months later and be like, what the fuck is this? Did you make this? Did I make this?
So it's like what drug dealers do with their weed. It's like, I don't know.
I don't know, but exactly. Where'd that half ounce come from?
All right, so Grimy Shit's gonna take us out, and then we're gonna do some local airplay shit. Sure. All right, cool.
Cool.
All right.
WEMF.
Take a breath till now. It's been a mess, and then you burst through that floor, and I felt myself let go. But I hold back. Is this girl the one? I've got a knack for screwing up, and I feel myself start to freeze when she said, take me, let's go. I wish that you know you're the reason I lose control. So let's get primitive, like it don't matter. So let's get primitive, you're all I'm after. Let's get primitive. So let's get primitive. Doesn't exist. No one in this world even makes my hit list. I've got my mindset on the only one I'm after. You and I entangled, that's all I'm after. No space, 'cause you and I are face to face. That's all the place I might make a mistake. You and I entangled, and then you say to me, so take me, let's go. I wish that you know you're the reason I lose control. So let's get primitive, like it don't matter. So let's get primitive, you're all I'm after. Let's get primitive. So let's get primitive.
This is WEMF Radio.
WEMF Radio.
WEMF Radio.
WEMF Radio.
WEMF Radio. You're listening to WEMFradio.com. WEMFradio.com.
Sweet.
Hello, musicians. If you want a rehearsal space in Boston, Cambridge, Ulster, or Brighton, check out the Sound Museum. Our premier community of musicians is growing every day. We will not be undersold. For info, contact soundmuseum.net or call 617-775-4009. Again, that's soundmuseum.net or call 617-775-4009. At the Sound Museum, you play as loud as you want.
Found love, then let it in. 'Cause Lord knows unity is suffering. If you've got pain, then let it out. To make room for love, you gotta free yourself from doubt. Yeah, yeah.
If you've been lost and you're far from home, oh,
up your heart, reach out, you're not alone. We all need love, we all need a hand. Come together, we're better and united we stand. Let them hear your voice. Let them hear your voice, yeah. Let them hear your voice. Now's your time. Make your choice. Let's hear your voice.
Surrounded by fear, confusion and hate. Well, first instinct is to quietly isolate.
But in the face of injustice, no one ever believes. 'Cause in our silence, we give our consent. Oh, let them hear your voice. Let them hear your voice. Let them hear your voice. Now's your time. Hold your tongue. Let's hear your voice. Well, if you're lost in the darkness and you can't find the light, why don't you call out to us and we'll make the world glisten again. And if you've only got a whisper and you lend it to the chorus, we'll make the world listen. We'll make the world listen. Let them hear your voice. 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 You will hear our
WEMFradio.com.
24/7 jam space in Boston to play as loud as you want? Contact us at soundmuseum.net and we can hook you up. Play as loud as you want, when you want. Play at the Sound Museum.
WEMF.
Back. What's going on?
Nice.
Short and concise, man. Let's keep this sweet.
I wanted you to bring it back in. That's why. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I looked real quick at you.
Yeah. You usually do it, but whatever.
No. we try to switch off, but you usually are always
we're
like...
we're co-hosts.
Right, but you're always like, I think I did it last week. I'm like, pretty sure you didn't.
I say that every week.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just so you can do it, because I don't want to do it.
It's like rolling joints in my house. For real, man. Like, yo, I rolled the last one. You're sitting down in the good seat.
It's funny because, like, I feel like there's always a friend that just does it better. So you're like, come on, dude. You want to smoke a good one or a bad one?
Yeah,
right. My friends are like, we all roll good blunts, but everybody's fucking lazy. Like, we all brought the good weed, so.
Yeah, right.
Fuck you. I'm not going to smoke weed till you roll it.
Yeah. So you guys just sit around staring at each other. It's like, I'm not doing it.
Exactly. And then I'm like, fuck you. I roll the blunt because mine's the best.
Anyways. I did that. It was me. Let's see. It was me, my college roommate, and a couple of friends or whatever. We went to some, like, I don't know if it was a beach or a lake or some shit. We all got lit. And we were there for, like, what felt like 3 hours. We were probably there for, like, 20 minutes. It was like, it was hot as shit. Everyone was just like, dude, fuck this. Like, I remember we were just laying there, and we were like, I don't know how long we've been there or whatever. So we're walking back to where we parked. And one of my friends was at the front, like, of the four of us walking through. And someone had my car keys, someone drove there or something, and then I was like, no, someone else can drive home. And they threw the keys back, and no one caught them. But our momentum was just, like, carrying us to the parking lot. And everyone just looked at each other like, who was going to go back and get them? And nobody moved a muscle, dude. Like, everyone just kept walking. I was like, I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. No one did it. And we walked all the way back to my car, got in the car, and we're like, no, seriously, though, someone's got to go back and get those keys. And we all just sat there, and I was like, I'm not doing it. And it was just a point of pride. I'm like, well, I'm in the back seat. I mean, I'm not climbing, because it was a Jeep. So, like, I was like, I'm not climbing to the front. One of you guys go get them.
Yep.
And we just sat there. And then we just started dying laughing. We're like, we're so lazy. And then... this is why everything
I think I could name the other three people right now, too.
And this is what happened for a reason, right? This lady comes knocking on our window and was like, I think you guys dropped these. And we were like, dude. It pays to be lazy sometimes. She brought us the keys.
You need to bring that to stage.
It was the greatest thing, dude. She's just like, here you go. We're like, yeah. And when we first had a knock, the first time we were like, it's the cops, because you're paranoid.
Oh, yeah,
of course.
The best part was that she tried to give us a benefit of the doubt. She's like, I don't think you guys, like, realized. He threw them in the air. We all watched them land, and no one picked it up.
That's a good woman.
She was safe. She came through in the clutch for us that day, because guess what? We'd probably still be there right now.
Dude, that is so funny. Honestly, that is so fucking funny.
The laziness is just
you need to tell that story on stage. That cracks me up.
The only other big thing of laziness, my buddy, he was wearing his wedding ring on his middle finger, and I'm like, yo, that's
I'll fuck you to your wife.
Really? Yeah.
Really?
I was like, I go this.
I heard that.
I go, what the hell are you doing? And he goes, no, they don't. That's not a true thing. I go, all right. So I Google it, and I was like, married. And he was like, oh shit, because it's right on there. He goes, also, gay men who like will put like the ring on their middle finger. And I go, what the hell are you doing? He goes, well, I the wedding ring, like, because he got married like the year before, he goes, it's too big and it only fits on my middle finger.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, why don't you just go get a new ring? He goes, well, my wife was like, well, it's not the same. You gotta wear that. You gotta wear that ring. But you can't, like, it's hard to make it smaller, I guess.
No, they put band inside it.
Oh, do they?
Yeah,
well,
it
anyway,
just tightens up.
So this is how lazy he is, because we're sitting there and we're like, listen to it, and my buddy goes, that's the laziest thing I ever heard. Like, all you have to do is like, I like that ring. Can I try it on?
Yeah.
You couldn't do this?
Right.
Exactly.
First, he goes, no, I just picked it out of the case, and I was just like, yeah, it's going to fit.
I'm pretty sure it's like $15 to get a ring.
Wow.
Well, that's the thing,
at any jeweler, maybe $40,
dude.
But that's cheaper than buying a bag of weed.
Yeah.
Just get it done
And not look like an asshole.
for real though.
Yeah.
One of those things is like my ring for my, I think this was like $50 maybe.
Right.
But like, her ring. It's like blows it out of the wall.
Oh, yeah,
So I remember her saying something like,
Right.
"Oh, you're gonna spend like," I'm like, "I don't give a shit what my ring." Are you kidding me? Like, look at this thing. It's as basic.
Isn't
as
it? Is that not? It's not silver, right?
I don't know. I think it's white. I think it's white gold.
Okay, that's what
I don't think it's right. So I don't know what it is.
I knew it was either platinum or white gold.
Yeah, it might be. No, platinum or white gold, but it's not silver. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
That shit's steel.
I do like it though. It's just
the simplest thing I can pick up,
dude. And it's not gold because gold's played out.
For real.
Yeah, gold's played out.
Have you ever seen they have halo rings now? You see those? They're like the silicone rings. So they're like light. You don't even know you're wearing them.
Really?
Like, I actually tried them on.
Okay.
But they come out all different colors. So like they're black and like gray and like all you can get whatever like camo ones and stuff like that. But they're cool because technically, if you're like if you're working out at the gym or something like that, or you can get it like you can get these rings caught and all that
or
different shit.
Or some shit.
Yeah. They break away, so like nothing can happen.
Right.
Yeah. As far as like messing around.
There you go.
In case you're a professional athlete or anything like that.
I like that.
That's irrelevant.
Shit.
Hell yeah.
So how do you guys find like your source material and shit?
Oh, dude.
Whatever.
Yeah. Honestly, like most of the time, dude, I'll be like at work, literally like I do like mechanic type shit. I'll be on a set of wheels underneath a truck. And I'm like, oh shit, that's funny, and I just have to, and I just put it down on my phone or something. Like it hits me out of nowhere, and it's very convenient in the way that like, see, I can't imagine having like something in your head that's not like words, like that's like a noise that you're trying to get out. Like that's fucking insane, dude.
I mean,
you know what I mean? So
it's different. I mean, it comes in different forms. I've had noises stuck in my head for fucking years.
That's what I'm
like,
dude.
This drum pattern that I need to find a sample.
Isn't
or
it
make a sample that fits perfectly.
Isn't it maddening? Yeah,
it's maddening.
It must be, dude.
Or like I go to a record shop like Cheapo Records. Shout out to Gage, who runs that place, and just buy a fucking rack of records,
right?
And waste $50 trying to find one sound that I can use,
right? Yeah.
Like this weekend, I'm about to go to New York with that kid Paranom, Donnie Brooks, Oblivious, and Aztec, just to go out digging for records and
find some dope shit.
Mom and pop shops in the Bronx and in Queens, and just we get an apartment we rented, just set up the mic, bring the whole studio set up.
No shit.
The whole time.
That's cool if you can find something like obscure.
So
to the point where like no one like.
That's what you need to do.
That's either you find the obscure stuff or you just flip something to the point where you'll never notice what the hell it came from.
That's like hip hop fishing almost. You know what I mean?
It really is.
Like that's crazy.
The smallest net in the biggest ocean.
That honestly. Is crazy, dude.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Holy fuck! You should see the record collection I just inherited. By the way.
Really?
Insane, dude.
I got about 800 in my bedroom right now.
Wow. Okay.
It's retarded.
Yeah. I just got a bunch of them out of nowhere from a family friend who passed, and he had some legit shit in the collection though. Like he has a Jimi Hendrix Are You Experienced original. Not bought in the 70s. You know what I mean? No. He's got the Beatles White Album.
He's got a White Album present.
He's got Chicago, the whole fucking that big multi vinyl album they did. It was like it was like
records.
Exactly. It was like an 8-sided album. With the 4 records in there, dude. bunch of old like Bill Cosby shit from like the 60s and shit.
I found one of those not too long ago.
Crazy, dude.
I gave it to my boy Aztec because it's hilarious.
Dude, it's fucking dude. It's crazy shit though. And Joe's into vinyl, and he kind of got me into it.
Really?
Because there's like now. I'm sure you guys know this, but I was just reading recently about it was something about like the MP3 format and like how excuse me. Like I always knew, like when you get an MP3 version of a song, they compress it, so they take out the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows, and then it's because they take out the shit that you can't hear. It's not in our frequency.
But you can feel it.
But the things that you can't hear affect the things you can register, and so that's why the vinyl shit is so crazy good, because it's playing all the shit that even the things you can't necessarily hear, but it does affect the reverb or whatever the fuck it is. You know what I mean?
It just affects everything. Like
that's why that's why he got into it, and I started to.
I got into it because I missed opening my music. Like I loved. I know this is stupid. Like Best Buy just stopped selling CDs.
Yeah.
And I was like, they're done.
No more physical copies of CDs at all.
at Best Buy.
That's crazy.
Holy shit!
The thing is like
that is crazy.
There's
dude.
something like tangible. There's a level of excitement you get when you get something like getting this that you just gave us. I'll get to open it and put it in a player, hit play. Like that is.
I'll always release everything on some sort of physical format.
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, matter of fact, I want to release like my first album, Audio Crack. I want to release do another release of it on tape, like at some point. You know what I mean? Because that tapes are like people are copying tapes now.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
That man Donnie Brooks, the next album he's doing strictly physical.
Yeah,
unless
like
you order one or see him, you're not gonna get it.
No digital download shit at all.
Anything.
Wow, yeah, wow,
anything at all.
Yeah. See, but vinyl's starting to come back for comedy and for music for
Thank God.
For this exact reason, yeah. Awesome. I cannot wait to get he's got a pretty nice record player. I want to get one myself. I cannot wait to start listening to some of this shit like the way it was meant to be listened to.
I think sometimes too, like I know this is this is exactly how I feel about it because when you grab a record and you go over to your record player and you play it, you're listening to it.
Exactly.
Like you are truly listening to it. You're not just got some music on in your iPod and it's shuffling around. You don't even hear that.
Right. Yep.
When you put an album on, you physically walk over and drop it, and then you literally try your best to listen to every track.
Right.
You listen to something in its entirety. You're not just going like one track, this track, that, bouncing all over the place. You're going, all right, I'm fucking with this band. I'm for this artist for this.
Like you're 100% focused
and
on
I'm
that.
Focused on that.
Right.
Exactly.
And that makes everything better.
Absolutely.
Like even a comedy album, like I got Burr's comedy album live at Carnegie Hall,
right?
And I've listened to that I don't know how many times, and some of the jokes he does on that, I love those jokes,
right?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I listen to that over and over again. I'm like, oh man, the way he does that is perfect.
And it's like finally like a good record, like a Tribe Called Quest album.
Oh yeah,
see, you know what I mean? Like
that's what
Midnight Marauders on repeat all day, no problem, not doing anything else.
Right. I want to have like some kind of like a listening party, like because I got some good shit now. I think you got some pretty good shit in your collection.
I got some solid stuff, but there's still some stuff that you look for that you can't quite find, like or that you want to get. Like I think it was like 7th grade. But Battle Against Los Angeles came out for Rage, and I must
like the 25th anniversary.
I couldn't wait to get home to play that.
Yeah,
I would play that so many times. Like I just couldn't wait, and it was already in the CD player. Boom, let's go, and I would just listen to that. I don't know how many times over and over again. Okay. But so now you guys are hip hop guys, but you guys like fuck with Rage, or is there like a
Rage Against the Machines? One of my favorite bands ever.
No
Jack
shit.
De La Roca is the fucking man,
dude. He is the fucking man, dude.
Really I've been
some of the shit he was saying in like 1992
is like still
shit,
dude. Very relevant.
It's crazy, bro.
Probably more,
It's crazy. I'm sorry to cut you off though. What were you about to say?
I'm not even sure.
My bad. Right.
Don't worry about it.
Good.
Yeah, man. Matter of fact, our boy Donnie Brooks was in a Rage cover band, the Truth Addicts.
Yeah.
That's a great name.
Fest. Yeah. Yo, dude, they're dope, dude.
That's what's up.
They're dope. And they were like getting cut off at the end of their set, and they're like, no, we're going to do one more song. It's like, this is for my revolutionary brother, Crack Sizzlack. It throws up his fist. I was like, like the cops are coming in. I'm like,
you're like, I don't know.
But yeah, man, that fucking Rage, dude. That's
Hell
like,
yeah,
man, that's like a huge.
So that's a good question. Who are like some big influences for you that aren't hip hop artists?
That aren't hip hop artists?
Yeah.
In music?
Yeah, just like someone like Ray. That maybe
general,
you're not modeling yourself after them necessarily.
But someone you hear and you go, I don't care what that is. I like it. Like all right, even everyone always cites him, but Prince. Everyone's like, oh, I love Prince. But
but like I don't know. Just people will always. I
grew up listening to this because my parents listened to it, and I like
not even that, but like we got this with comedy a lot. Like people hear that you're a comedian, and they assume that that's all you want to do ever is fuck around. People must assume that all you ever do is bang hip hop in the truck or whatever. No, like that's what I'm saying. When you get in the mood and you're like, I don't want to hear rap right now. What are you gonna throw on? You know what I mean?
Put on some Ramones.
Okay, honestly. See, that's what I like to I like to hear that, dude. That's dope as shit.
Yeah,
I just love music. If you make good music, I'm listening to it.
Yeah, that's dope as shit.
Genre, unless it's techno. I'm sorry.
Oh I can't.
If you want to give me a headache.
Right.
But
I'm not huge into it yet either, dude. Yeah, I found a few things I like, but I can't.
Yeah, I listen to anything. I mean,
but even stuff that influences our music, like soul music. You know what I mean?
Soul music.
Okay, I see that. That I can totally see though. Like, you know what I mean? 100%.
Even like neo soul, like new stuff. That's like Ruby Vell and the Soulphonics, like
no shit.
Fresh.
Putting out new music that sounds like it's straight out of the 50s.
Yeah,
and it's crazy good.
You guys ever hear
That's dope.
Leon Bridges?
Yes.
He's so like he's
I need
a time machine.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm writing this shit down.
So
yo,
smooth. He's smooth. Leon Bridges, smooth. And my favorite is my favorite voice right now in music is Alan Stone. I think he's got the greatest.
You did put me onto him. Yeah, you did put me onto him.
He's this goofy white kid from Seattle, and he literally hits the highest notes I've ever heard in my entire life.
All right. Check him out.
He like I'll find a song for you after. It's called Unaware.
Okay.
But it's the YouTube version. The version that's on his album is not as good. The YouTube video, he like goes all out. I don't know if someone at the company was like, the record company was like, don't do that or whatever. Yeah. But then when he like let himself go, it was like a completely different artist. It's insane.
There's some hip hop stuff like that, like Anderson .Paak.
Yo, I fuck with that dude.
His album's
I fuck with
insane,
that dude.
but his NPR Tiny Desk concert killed it.
Really?
Killed it.
Yeah.
The song's 10 times better.
Yeah.
Really?
10 times better. Limited music.
Yeah.
Live, under pressure, doing requests.
Right.
He murdered those
No
songs.
shit.
Like, if you haven't heard it, check out that one Tiny Desk concert.
Yeah.
Do you guys go over stuff with like a fine-tooth comb where you'd be like, okay, we recorded this, let's go over it again, or sometimes just like one time, one hit, you're like, okay, this was...
Sometimes, like, all right, so we could have, like, somebody record something once, but we're definitely going over it so many times. Like, you know what I mean? We'll hear a mix, you know what I mean? Then I'll throw it on a flash drive, and it got to pass, like, the car test. You know what I'm saying? It gotta, you know what I mean? Like, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey,
if it don't sound right in the ride, then...
The car is where work gets done.
you know what I
as
mean?
far as comedy goes, I can, like, literally, when you're saying where your ideas or stuff like that, driving. If I'm in my car,
shut the radio off,
myself like a maniac.
Joint.
Just literally like just saying shit to myself over and over again, or listening to myself, or just figuring it all out.
Hold on, I need
the next song we're gonna play. I mean, what we do 3 mixes last night alone.
Yeah.
No shit.
Just because it's like
no shit.
We record in my apartment. I got neighbors.
Can we
record at 2 in the morning, so I can't play this back.
Do you want to cue that up now? You want to jump into that?
Let's do that. That's actually
get that ready.
This is a track from P-Ro.
Okay.
Cat from Dorchester, now in Quincy.
Okay.
He's
an absolute animal, graffiti artist.
No shit, all that.
Everything.
Caricature artist, painter.
Hell yeah.
He makes some of the illest beats around, some of the illest raps.
Yeah, this dude, he's like one of my biggest influences locally, man. This dude's been like, he's like wicked, like a good inspiration for me, dog. Like to like I'll send beats to him before I send it to anyone else. You know what I mean? And, like, to get his feedback. And like a lot of my beats got kidnapped that way. He'd be like, "Oh, this is mine now." You know what I'm saying? But
I flipped that sample, but I'm taking this one.
So
he took this one.
Yeah.
We flipped this sample that he's rapping over, and he's previously done the sample before. We didn't even know about it.
Yeah.
Well, he's queuing this up. I got to ask you real quick. That group you said that was like the
Ruby Vell.
I need to write
Soul
that.
Phonics.
Okay. R-U-B-Y?
Yep. VELLE, I believe.
Okay.
And the Soul Phonics.
Soul Phonics. Okay.
And they are absolute animals.
Yeah. I'm gonna listen to some of that shit tonight. I love that.
So they're putting out solid albums, not just hit songs.
Right.
You know who I heard? Songs. Actually, they opened for Alan Stone, and I guess they were a local band. Never heard of them, but when I heard them, I'm like, they're pretty good. Bad Rabbits.
Bad Rabbits. We actually know one of the lead singers.
No shit. No shit. I do know that. Yeah, I do know.
I heard them, and I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah,
and then you know what pissed me off? That Bruno Mars song that came out, I'm like, this is Bad Rabbits.
This dude legit, for doing legit posted that yesterday. He's on Facebook. He's like, tell Bruno Mars to stop appropriating our music.
Hold on, real quick. This is what I was going to ask you about. Do you guys know? Do you know who Gary Clark Jr. is?
Yeah.
I know you do. Like you know who he is?
Yeah.
You don't fuck with him?
No.
What you said like about the soul blues thing.
What?
He's another one. Like he's like a old school blues guitarist, but today.
You'll hear him eventually, dude. If you haven't heard him now, you will, because he's not going anywhere.
He's crazy good.
Be some timeless
crazy
music.
good.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to get at.
Yeah.
Something you're going to listen to in 20 years and not be outdated by with
absolutely
horrible references.
Right.
Well, there's something about blues and blues guitar, too. Like, even a guy like Joe Bonamassa.
Yeah.
It's just like mind-blowingly good. Like,
fuck yeah.
And he's been playing, I think he played with B.B. King when he was like 12 years old.
Right.
Like a Prodigy type guy.
Yeah. He was on stage at that concert.
You're like, dude, Like
insane.
He's that good.
But
yeah, what are we playing?
Yeah, so this next joint by P-Roll. He took a little time off from recording. This dude's incredibly talented. We convinced him to come make some new music for our project, and then we ended up recording like 3 joints. So we're gonna actually do an EP with them. So this is the first track right here.
Yeah. What's the track called again?
It's called Fight Back, and
Fight Back, okay.
I believe it's the first track he's done in like 3 years.
Word.
First take recording. Too.
Yeah, let's play the whole thing through again. So I wanna check it out myself.
Social media made everybody eviler, but I'm a troll every time I gotta eat ya. Assholes are like opinions, everybody got one, but everybody is one. Go suck a shotgun, all of y'all are racist, showing many faces. The ones that are rappers don't make it on my playlist. Some on my playlist don't make it to the stages, cause talent don't always mean fame, it's outrageous. That's why I lay low with a beard and a tuck shirt. Untuck it when I get home and say fuck work. On the weekend, a t-shirt my size, be hat on, cause the sun hurts my eyes. These dicks on the radio, I heard them guys. When I verbalize, they get circumcised. Emasculated, fascinated, gravitate, half man, half amazing. Just cause you share don't mean I gotta like that. Bite my shit, I might bite back. Try to poke at me, I'ma strike back. Take you offline and have your whole life hacked. Just cause you out there don't mean I gotta like that. Bite my rhyme, I might bite back. Try to poke at me, I'ma strike back. My status is the baddest and you can't fight that. Social media made everybody greedier, but I'm a troll, right? Yo, don't you see you making my job easier? I can take my sneakers off now and be sneakier. Y'all posting your crimes up on the internet, doing just as much to protect the innocent. Ain't your mama ever taught you? Just cause the boys in blue do it, don't mean that you should do it too, damn. You did something dumb again. Maybe they didn't see it though. Come again. My ex-man said she'll never make me come again. Remember that every time she make me child's play. Duplo city block. Dude throw witty darts, acting like an idiot. Beat down drum pads, leave the whole MIDI shot. And always killed it on his own shit, did he not? Just cause you share don't mean I gotta like that. Bite my shit, I might bite back. Try to poke at me, I'ma strike back. Take you offline and have your whole life hacked. Just cause you out there don't mean I gotta like that. Bite my rhyme, I might bite back. Try to poke at me, I'ma strike back. My status is the baddest and you can't fight that. Social media made everybody seedier. I wish you all had your own Wikipedia. People might wanna know, call it what you call it, bro, you falling though. Taller foe, I just scream Geronimo. Outbang producers, outrhyme rhymers. First arrest, 1999er. Black cry long, one line, mine finer. One time try, but nah. I make fun while they run. They ask who the best and I only know one. Wrote it like I wrote it, there was no one in my generation, a diss to no one. Giving mustache rides since I could grow one. I could bang a younger chick, make love to an older one. Verse sounded like 3, 5, 4 bump. Some don't recognize me without a cold one, bro. Just cause you share don't mean I gotta like that. Bite my shit, I might bite back. Try to poke at me, I'ma strike back. Take you offline and have your whole life hacked. Just cause you out there don't mean I gotta like that. Bite my rhyme, I might bite back. Try to poke at me, I'ma strike back. My status is the baddest and you can't fight that.
Fuck yeah.
Again.
Yeah. I like that. Expect the. Well, great, of course. Yeah. No, for real though. Yeah, that shit is dope. Dude, I like. Dude, these all sound like real shit that should be on the radio, but for whatever reason isn't. You know what I mean? Like
that the boom bap era is kind of over for radio.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, but it's coming back, man. I feel like it's coming back. But yeah, man, that trap shit's running shit right now, man.
I hate it, dude.
I'm not a big fan. But
I'm not either, man.
I'm old now, man. We all old, dude.
Right.
Old as fuck.
Oh yeah, I'm an old salty motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah. Like they don't make music for us no more. They don't make hip hop for us no more.
Right.
You have to go looking for it, man. But,
yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of dope shit still coming out.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. And matter of fact, yeah. So our project, we got some dope heads about to get on it. We locked down Paranorm, of course, out the Tragic Allies camp. So we got Mayhem from EMS. We got Donnie, of course. We got all of the headshots. We're gonna rock on our project. So many people, bro.
A lot of people, man.
Yeah. Judge
people
the
that
Disciple.
influenced us. You
Yeah.
know?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we get another P-roll track. Yeah, man, we got a lot of shit in the works.
Yeah. So for the time being, like, where what's your your social media status and all that, so people can keep up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, everything's at CLOAQxDAGGER. It's at CLOAQxDAGGER. That's on Instagram. That's on Twitter. That's on Facebook.
That's good. You got it across the board.
Yeah.
Don't get it mixed up with that new Cloak and Dagger Marvel movie.
Yeah, fuck them.
Oh, are they doing one?
They're gonna do one
doing
after we picked
No
our
shit.
name and got all our social media and bought the website. They're like, yeah, Cloak and Dagger the movie. I'm like, fuck you. Maybe more people will listen to the music than.
But I like you guys got the stylized way of doing it with the Q and the, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, so this is what it was.
I like that better though.
Yeah, I mean, we started making the music right without even a name. Yeah,
we went by Crack Math because it was a mix of our names. So like Crack Money.
Yeah. Like we didn't even have like a name, and then actually Judge the Disciple was like, "Yo, y'all should be Cloak and Dagger." And we was like, "All right, hell yeah," because we had been going back and forth with a couple names. But then we looked up the name Cloak and Dagger, and it's like there's somebody already. CLOAQxDAGGER, there's Cloak and Dagger, there's Cloak and Dagger, like
right.
Fuck, like so we just did the Q, hit up our boy Hush for the logo.
Good looks.
Yeah, man, yeah. Big shout to Hush. He went back and forth with us on Messenger for like a couple hours. Like, nah, move the X a little this way, like do this and that. But yeah,
does he commission work like that? Like,
yeah,
we need a logo.
I think the only attention deficit podcast was like literally about attention deficit disorder.
Yeah,
because like we looked it up and we were like, well, I think ours is a little different,
right?
So I don't think there'd be any confusion.
No, but I'm just because I like your logo. That shit is dope.
Yeah, we'll link you up with Hush. He does graphic design, video editing.
That's what's up.
Photo shoots, anything you need. He's a young kid and he's an ill rapper too.
That's what's up.
Kid's been doing his thing for like 15 years and he's only like 23. You know what I mean? Like, but he was around all these older cats.
He was little poopy before little poopy.
Yeah, exactly. Right. He grew up with like Donnie Brooks is almost an older brother and Aztec is an uncle, and you know what I mean. Like his brother's friends are like my best friends who happen to all be great and all different kinds of art.
Right.
And this kid just soaked up everything and really did the right thing with
Good for him.
That's like
winning competitions and Eminem fucking rap contests and shit.
No
free
shit.
Beats and
no shit.
Yeah.
So I'm a firm believer like success breeds success. Or like anything like that, or like anybody that if you hang around that kind of thing. If you're a younger brother of 2 or 3 older brothers that are good athletes, guess what? You're gonna be the best athlete.
Right.
You're gonna kick the shit.
Exactly. John Jones.
John Jones will be the better one. Like, there's no doubt about it.
Damn. Yeah.
So it's funny that works no matter where it is.
Right.
Like, how can you not get into this as you're around it every single day?
Exactly.
Dude, what's your shirt say, Matthias?
This is a Sense Live shirt.
Okay.
It's a shirt from my boy Craig, who actually committed suicide a couple years.
Jesus.
A very prolific graffiti writer out here in Boston.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
And well known. Yeah, it's a sad thing. I mean,
was that his tag?
You're into graffiti too, right?
I used to be when I was young, but I'm whack as fuck.
When you were delinquent?
I learned with the quickness.
Yeah.
Don't do that shit. You're gonna get crossed out every day by ill cats like Brian Life. Or Merc or fucking
Dude,
Teddy
Boston got
or
the
Brand
dopest,
One.
Yeah, Boston got the dopest graph artists.
Yeah, shout to like Culture's crew and like OBS and all those cats.
Yep.
Wow.
Because they are killing the game. But yeah, this is a shirt some friends made for my boy Craig.
Was that his tag though? Is that what he?
Sense is what he wrote.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I see that all over the place. Yeah, dude, I see
Everybody
that everywhere.
represents this kid because he was such a good dude.
Okay.
But he loved fucking cheeseburgers. So. Either rock a shirt, or if you go down to like Liquid Art House downtown in Boston, they'd get a Sense Lives burger.
No shit.
Widowmaker Brewery as a Sense Lives beer.
No shit.
Right out of Braintree.
Wow.
And, he was a big influence
so now,
and a good friend.
Yeah.
And,
I'm sorry to hear that again. That's
it is
fucked
what it
up.
is. You know, I just hope people learn from, you know, shit that happens like that. Half of my friends are dead from heroin and fucking opiates.
Yeah.
And hopefully, you know, you do what the rest of my friends did and learn from that shit and move on and teach others how to stay away from shit.
Right.
Absolutely.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? My younger brother was battling addiction for years, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Last November, it's actually, I think like 4 months ago, he was drunk and he killed himself or whatever. So like, yeah, he was battling addiction and, you know, also the depression too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's actually the album.
That's what the addiction does. That's what it does to you, man. You know?
So, you know, and like I was so out of it, dude. Like I was so fucking out of it, bro. So like I legit sat for like 2 weeks behind the laptop and just made beats, dude. Like beats that like, you know, kind of like R.I.P. style type of beats and shit. And then I put in like a lot of like quotes about addiction and depression and about how like depression isn't really like seen as like a real disease. You know what I'm saying? How, you know, depression is actually like suicide's like the leading cause of like young folks, like more than like addiction and other know, overdoses and everything else. So I actually put that album together in like 2 weeks. I made like 200 physical copies. Gave most of them to like family and shit like that. So you know what I mean?
I'm honored to have gotten one. Thank you, man.
It's been helping a lot of people,
you know?
Even with addiction problems. Because depression is the start of any addiction.
I had problems with. I was an addict myself, and I'm gonna bump the shit out of this. I cannot wait to hear it, bro. Like, for real.
It is fucking emotional.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
It's a solid album.
That's the best shit. That's the best shit, man. You know, I'm excited to hear it, dude.
Yeah, man. You can download it for free. It's at cracksizzlack.bandcamp.com. You can also download my first album, Audio Crack, but
that's dope.
Steven.
Yeah, it's called.
That's dope. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And yeah, man, it was that shit that had happened. I know y'all from Brockton. It was the shit that happened by the courthouse. I don't know if y'all heard about it.
Nah, I don't.
Yeah, it was. But anyways, regardless.
I don't. You don't have to
like
relive
a lot of people. Like, it came out like a month after he passed, and like, dude, I got hit up. Like, I got an email from like a random lady who, like, we sponsored an ad on the Cloak and Dagger page, and this lady like sent me an email like, my son has addiction and how can you help? And it's like, but like a lot of people just saying like that it helped them, you know, deal with their addiction issues and their, you know, depression.
It's just one person,
like,
you know.
Man, it was like, it's crazy, dude. Like, it wasn't even me making it, you know what I mean? Like, it was so crazy, but
natural.
Yeah, so I mean, I know there's a lot of, you know, people with them issues. Go download the shit for free.
Hell yeah.
If you ever going through shit, hit us up.
Yeah, man. Talk to somebody, dude. Talk to somebody, yo.
For real.
You know what I mean? My brother didn't call me, you know what I'm saying? He could have called me, you know?
Right.
And I'm not putting that on him. I'm just saying you can always call somebody, dude. You
There's
can always
someone.
There's always somebody that cares, bro. But yeah, man, so enjoy the album, you know what I'm saying? Like, it might put you in a down mood, but it might help you get through some shit too, you know what I mean? But yeah. So that's that, man. Yeah.
So how does that Bandcamp shit work? Because I always see that.
Yeah,
so what's it like, another SoundCloud pretty much?
It's kind of like that, but you can like upload whole albums.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You can name your price on there, so I could sell an album for $5.
Oh, so you can sell shit on there.
Yeah. What you can do is what he does, you just put a whole album up there and go, name your price. What do you want to pay for?
Right.
$0, you can download it for free. You want to pay $500?
Yeah, that's Radiohead did that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Dope.
Put it on the album,
pay what you can.
Pay what you want.
Pay what you
honestly,
can.
you get more people than not that actually respect. Yeah, they might download it for free at first, listen to it,
give you a few
bucks. They'll always throw you something.
I'm putting his name out there too, and he might hear it. I hope I'm not embarrassing him. This dude, he directed a movie. He's from Norway. His name's Per Ingvar Tomren, yo. So I hit this dude up.
One more time on the name.
Per Ingvar Tomren, yo. This dude, right? So I hit him up, and I told him, I was like, yo, I reviewed your movie. So every week I review a movie, and then I make a beat.
The one that you were talking about.
Yeah, the 420 film reviews. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So I'll watch a movie, and then I'll make a beat, and he'll play that in the background of the video. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, dope. You know what I'm saying? So it keeps me. That's what actually got me into making beats like more consistent.
That's a good exercise, dude. Yeah, that's a good exercise.
So it's like a weekly something that I have to do.
You just did 30 beats in 30 days.
Yeah, I did that.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I don't write a joke every day. I'll tell you that right now.
You know
no way. Yeah.
Shit's crazy.
No way.
Yeah. So I hit dude up and I was like, look, I just reviewed your movie, like Christmas Cruelty. It was right before Christmas. I was like, I made this beat that you inspired it. He was so like happy. He saw the review and then he's like, yo, let me buy a copy of your album. So I was like, dude, I'll just send it to you for free. free because it costs like $13 to send it there to Norway. So I was like, dude, just give me that money. And the dude sent me $50. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like the dude showed more support than like I got motherfuckers that told me 3 months ago that they was gonna come pick it up, and it's still sitting on a stack on my desk. And like, yo, I just gave 3 of them away, so y'all ain't getting that shit now. So, you know what I'm saying? But like at the end of the day, like the support you get, like Bandcamp, I think it's the way to go. Like I said, we know people that just put up albums for like $111, and they're selling to people in fucking Europe, all over the place.
Right.
Somebody bought 30 copies of an album for $111.
But don't get me wrong, it's still hard work to get those people to do that.
Yeah.
Of course, the market is oversaturated like a motherfucker.
It really is.
So I mean, as long as you're putting out quality work and people respect your shit, no matter what industry you're in, you're gonna make it.
Yeah, you just literally
don't set your hopes too high.
You just literally said like what comedy is. It's like you don't worry about what the audience is gonna like. You know, you don't worry like you might. You can't.
You're gonna get booed off stage
because I forget who it was now. I think it was Dion Cole. He said one of like the coolest things about comedy. He was like, "Look, he goes, if you think something funny, he goes, you're right. He goes, but now." He goes, you got to make sure what's in your brain matches what everyone else is like, what you're going to say.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And once you figure that out, he goes, that's when you get going.
I think
he goes, you're on to something. Like, just stay with it. And then in the end, if it wasn't anything, it wasn't anything. He goes, but that initial thought was something that got you, and it could get other people, so, like, get it going.
100%.
It sounds like the toughest part usually between music and comedy is, you know, you come up with jokes that might make you die laughing and close friends.
Right.
You're trying to get a broader audience to come and listen to your stuff.
Right.
And you sort of have to not dumb it down, but widen your range of material just to get some people in until you actually have a solid
make
fan
no mistake
base.
about it, like your guys, like your favorite tracks probably aren't like other people's like,
guaranteed. Hell no way. I listen to like Sage Francis and like you know people from Florida and shit that you probably never even heard of.
I mean stuff you've done. Like stuff you've done, like if
your own personal shit.
Say an album you put together and you're like, and everyone loves this track. Like on iTunes, that's the popularity bar. But to you, you
probably don't like that one.
Exactly.
My favorite track is track 6. That's the one that everybody skips. Like, but to you, for whatever reason, that's the one that you love. Like jokes work that way with comedians. Like my favorite joke that I do is not at all what gets the biggest laugh, but it's my favorite joke.
Exactly. You know, so I got favorite beats this kid don't even like. I'm like, yo, can we bring this beat to the station? He's like, nah. I don't like the way you stretch that sample. Maybe you should fix that then, because it's fire.
See, I'm like, I will never pull a punch. I never have, and I never will. You know,
don't compromise your own art.
No, I can't. You know, like a great Bostonian, Patrice O'Neill. You guys, you know Patrice. He going back to what Joe was saying, like he said, like, you know, like the Dion. I love that Dion Cole thing though. Like if you think something's funny, you're right. But now it's a question of how you're going to convey that.
Right.
And Patrice was the one who's kind of working on the same vein. Patrice was the one who said, like, things that aren't funny and things that are funny, they come from the same place. You know what I mean? Like you have no idea until you throw it out at the audience. So like. You can't. I don't know, man.
It's just all perspective. Too.
That too. Yeah.
Like some of the darkest shit I've ever heard is the funniest stuff. But if you said it to me in a conversation, I'd be like, "You're a sick motherfucker." What the fuck is wrong?
Exactly.
with you?
I mean, honestly, we were just talking about depression, and it's like a very serious thing. But how many times you see a comic who's like self-deprecating and depressed on stage, and you're like, "This guy is 1 inch away from he's a nut job," and you love it.
Remember when back in the day? I love drugs. I'm depressed.
What, Mitch Hedberg?
No,
Mitch Hedberg is like, what do you say? I don't do what I used to too.
Yeah, it's like I don't do. What was it?
I do drugs.
I used to do drugs.
I still do. He was one of the best. But, I mean, you could see the depression in his fucking face. He couldn't even look at the crowd.
Yeah, he was an odd dude.
It's just sad, but you know, some people only know how to deal with that shit through making fun of it.
Yeah. Look at Richard Pryor. When Pryor came back, the first joke he did the. Oh, I heard this joke the other day. He does the match. What's this? Richard Pryor running down the street. First joke he did, dude. It's like, dude, you gotta.
Funniest shit,
exactly. You gotta, dude.
Well, it's personal, you know. I mean, it's just like you were talking about this album, how personal it is to you. It's like the best material as far as comedians go is the stuff that is only about you. Like, I don't know, like, about you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you do jokes about, like, all right, like you were saying more mainstream stuff. If I do a joke about relationships, or whatever. Everybody's got a song about a
Exactly.
relationship.
Right.
It's like, how personal can you make that
like a
joke?
Facebook ad.
You know, right?
You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
It's the same thing. It's like sex sells. If you guys were all just like, all right, we're gonna make a track about sex, we're gonna make a track about shooting people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just went down the line like, this is what's gonna sell, this is what's not gonna sell, blah blah blah. But if you don't worry about that,
yeah,
you know, kind
stay
of put
true
your
to
head
your
down.
heart.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
That's why we really don't discuss much. It's like he'll send me a file full of fucking songs, like, yo, go through these. Tell me if you like any. If you don't, I'm taking them back. I'm taking them all back.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
I love that
Goonies,
you.
bro?
I love that you. I mean, write every day. But if it's like a track or whatever, but I always write down premises. Like, I don't know if I might not sit down and write an entire bit.
Yep.
But I'm always writing down something.
Right,
Like,
right.
every
Couple
day-
words here and there.
Every day, it's just
Yeah.
a little tag on my phone, and then I try to like go back to it and see if there's anything there afterwards. If I think it's
Exactly.
still funny, like 2 or 3 days
Yeah,
later,
yeah,
I'm
yep.
like, okay, let's
Yep.
keep going with this and let's see where it goes.
I sort of do the same thing with like trying to figure out like new drum rolls or patterns
Sure.
in like a bass line, or I get a sample on this record that's not in 4/4 timing. It's in like some weird funky like 6/3 Tool kind of shit.
Right.
And I'm like, I can't flip this. It's impossible. But there's a way.
Right, yeah.
And now I'm gonna spend 30 days trying to figure out how to make this shit loop correctly.
Right.
So I can cut this up and make something dope out of it.
That is sick, dude.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
that is
just-
sick.
it's-
So you're saying Tool, like the band Tool?
Oh,
Yeah, the band.
Tool,
It's
the
got
band?
such an epic.
They got a
like,
great
Oh
drummer.
my
sound.
God. They're
Yeah.
So
And it
these
sounds
motherfuckers
random
are
as shit.
insane. So
Yeah.
usually music's in 4/4 standard time.
Right, right.
Everybody bobs their head.
Right.
Yeah.
You know when a drop's gonna come. Tool, they're playing like the drummer's in 6/3, the guitarist is in 4/7.
Those are real
And then, like,
musicians, yeah.
And
That-
it's just insane what you have to think of. Like
Right.
imagine like you're telling jokes at one pace while you're telling jokes at another pace, and I'm trying to tell jokes at a different pace.
Right.
All of them come together at the same time. Tool just had this amazing way of sticking melodies and timing together where even though they didn't make sense, your body still felt the move
Right.
and the
Yeah,
rhythm
yeah, yeah.
to it
Now-
without hesitating.
See, that goes back to like the shit that I used to do when I like in band. That's how like the drums will be in one, you know, in 4/4, and then like the French horn will be in fucking whatever else. You know, those dudes are real musicians. That's
Real
like
musicians.
that's really composing music.
You're not playing
Yeah.
like imagine like listening to that click track,
Right.
Like that's set at 88 BPM, and you're over there listening to something at 72,
Right.
and I'm over here at 44, and it's just like if I listen to you for 1 second, I'm gonna play out of time.
Right.
Yep.
What the
Right.
fuck?
So the only time, like, I don't know if you guys have a specific example of this, but one of the more recent ones for me was Who Gonna Stop Me on Kanye and Jay-Z's album. Was like
Watch the Throne, that one?
Yeah. What is it?
Watch the Throne.
Yeah.
That track, I went like this. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, there was so many noises and overlays, and then it changed, and it did all that stuff. That was the one time where I went like this. I go, I don't know what's going on. I don't even know if I like this.
Yeah.
But then he's going over it, and I'm like, okay, it's too much. Like, I'm
Yeah.
too much now. I think I quit now. But like when you're high, you're like, this is the craziest thing I've ever heard.
That's hilarious.
I mean, I don't really care for Kanye as a rapper or a person even.
Right.
Like,
Mostly as a person.
His production back in the day was
Insane.
insane,
dude.
insane.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's gone very abstract.
Yo,
like a cocaine
too
painter
much.
in the
Yeah.
70s.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
Yeah, dude.
Too much.
Like,
He's
very
a-
abstract, trying to create his own lane.
And he's just the cockiest son of a bitch. He's
like.
like, whatever he does, he's like, this is art.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm Jesus.
And
Like,
people
come on,
love
bro.
him.
Like,
And
stop.
people love him, which, I mean, I gotta give the guy respect. He put in his work.
Right,
He fucking,
right.
He killed the game, you know, and then stepped in as an artist himself instead of giving away all the credit.
Right.
But some music's just fucking
I think
too
when
much.
you
It's
start
just-
calling yourself a genius, that's when I am off
Yeah.
of your off the train.
Right.
Yep.
Albert Einstein never did that.
It's a great.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you don't
anyone good doesn't
you
do
don't
that.
need that. You don't need that.
You don't
know?
say. You don't say. It's like, did Chuck Liddell say, "I got the best right hand of all time"? No,
Right.
he didn't.
Right.
You know, it's like I'm the baddest motherfucker. Like you don't say that, like because you don't need to.
But
Shout
my-
out to Stephen Hawking, by the way.
oh shit! R.I.P. to Stephen.
Genius
That's right.
motherfucker.
That's
Yeah.
right. That is right.
Yeah.
Dude. Speaking of genius motherfuckers, let's throw another beat on because we still got two. We still got two. We gotta
Two
beats, right?
And a track?
No, we played the
no,
track. Yeah, we played the track.
Yeah,
we
we
got
got
two.
two beats.
We got
Play
two
'em.
beats, but we got like 50. We got 10, 15 minutes. We're good. We're good. We gonna get them both in.
What do you guys want to play next? That Peruvian Skyline
It's up to you.
joint? Some smooth shit?
Peruvian Skyline, he's saying? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Peruvian Skyline, yeah.
Fire. I think I like the name's better than anything else.
Mogwai's Revenge. It's like just getting mad baked, like, yo.
Peruvian Skyline.
Yeah,
You'll hear it.
you know.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah, you'll hear Peruvian Skyline. As soon as it comes on, you'll be like, all right, that's fine.
You ready? Mikey Shake's going to bump it right now. Throw it on for us, Mikey.
Bong.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
fuck yeah. We have we're 5 for 5 now on the on the music selection.
1,000.
Very
Good looks.
very
Good
very
looks.
happy. Yeah, no, you guys brought the fucking the right shit in. I'll tell you that. This is all hitting home for me.
Nice.
That's for goddamn sure.
Hell yeah.
Now, what was that called again? Peruvian Skyline.
Peruvian Skyline.
That is a good name, Joe. That is a good.
You know what I'm saying?
Matching.
That's a great. Yeah, that's a great name.
Like we'll make a beat.
Gangster
and be like,
vacation music.
Right? Yeah,
you know what I'm
right.
saying?
That's right.
looks on that one.
Mikey Shake said that. It sounds like what the Scarface. What's it? Tony Montana. It sounds like Tony Montana.
It
vacation
sounds
music.
like a tour you'd go on like vacation there or something.
Hell yeah.
I'd be like,
To me,
Peruvian Skyline tour.
Yeah, hell yeah.
just the
Go on a zip line for the Peruvian.
Yes.
the melody sounds like something like in The Godfather. You know what I mean? Like one of those like one of those scenes where someone's gonna die. You know? Yeah. So
a lot of Spanish strings.
is that what it is? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Someone's
like
gonna.
mandolin.
Right. Oh,
a little bit hidden
that.
from
Yeah.
that.
Exactly. That sounds like one of those scenes, like I don't know, one of those Godfather scores.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Phenomenal movies.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Excellent movies.
Yeah, 100%.
Is there a movie in the hip hop community that is like the staple? Like,
it's got to be Belly.
This is what it's like, or this is the truest to life of what it's actually like, or anything like that.
I don't know, man. I think more true hip hop movies would be like DVDs, like Scribble Jam. Like
I've never even heard of that.
Scribble Jam was like
huge
DJ battles and freestyle battles.
No shit.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you got to prove yourself as a musician, as a hip hop artist.
Right.
And if you couldn't come with it off the top and for real off the top, while freestyling, none of this bullshit, rhyme in your back pocket, you weren't making it.
Right. Yeah.
You weren't. Exactly.
Yeah.
Skateboarding videos, this is what I grew up watching Tom Penny and shit. Like, if you weren't original and had style and came correct, like, good fucking luck.
Right. You know who was incredible? I see videos, and he's the only one that I see from back in the day that really has him, is like the old Eminem videos when he is genuinely freestyling.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a lot. I mean, up until like I would probably say like early 2000s, 90% of the freestyles you heard on the radio
were
legitimate freestyles.
Yeah.
I mean,
and look at Supernatural, yo. Like, this dude doesn't. He writes a track, and then like his freestyles are better than that. He has like the fucking Guinness Book of World Record, like longest freestyle.
Exactly.
Still freestyles for hours. Like, he hosts. Like,
really?
Yeah, dude hosts Rock the Bells, and like he'll just go off the top and like pick people out the audience and talk about.
Who's the dude?
Wearing.
Is this the dude from the Roots? Who's the dude from the Roots?
Nah,
who was
Black
on
Thought.
something?
Yeah, Black
He went on forever. I'm like, he's got the longest.
He's the only reason. He's the only reason why I didn't say Nas should be #1 on everybody's list, because it might have to be Black Thought.
Yo, he's a beast.
The illest fucking dude.
His
he's
rhyme schemes, his flow, his delivery.
This dude's insane.
Top notch.
Yeah.
Now he's on Jimmy Fallon's show.
That's
you know what I mean?
The whole band. The house band is the Roots, dude.
The Roots are fucking supreme quality hip hop.
But at the end of the day, I want a solo. Like, I want a Black Thought album.
Oh, if I could get
without the band,
my favorite thing is if I could get
dope.
like Black Thought and Black Star.
Yeah.
Talib Kweli, Mos Def.
Yeah.
Murderous.
Yeah, that shit would be crazy. Hell yeah. Cloak and Dagger beats. You know what I'm saying?
Holla at him. For real, though.
Yeah, if you listen to Talib Kweli, yo, hit me up. I know you out there.
I know that Black Star 2 album's coming out now, too.
Yeah, Madlib produced.
For real, though.
Crazy.
I know Madlib. Yeah, I know Madlib.
The whole album. I mean, DJ High Tech killed the last one, but
yeah.
Madlib on top of Black Star.
Hell yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
And I heard Talib Kweli just found out about that because of Mos Def's tweet. But I'm glad they're following through.
Mos Def, he's another one. He was saying some crazy, wild shit back in like 1996.
Oh my God.
You listen to now and you're like, did this come out like last week? Like, we're talking about the government listening to you on your cell phones and shit.
Relevant
crazy
the whole
shit.
time, like the Dave Chappelle freestyles in the car driving around on his show.
Right.
But he's just been putting out music, movies.
He's
straight killing it.
He's another one. He's up there for me with Nas, who he has an actual message and also is killing it with the lyrics. It's not corny. Doesn't come out, doesn't come out all
his own
fucking
style.
Right,
it's all original. Mos Def, top tier MC.
Fuck yeah. I love that motherfucker.
For real.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. I mean, yeah, man. I'm just excited for where the local scene's going right now, man. Like, I'm telling you, yo, I'm gonna put you guys on to some of these local.
I can't wait. Just the show tonight. Let's go.
Like, legit. Like, next time there's a dope like local. Matter of fact, next Friday.
What's next Friday?
Next Friday. That's Paranorm's joint.
Yes.
Where is that? What's the venue?
He said. Where did he say it was on Newberry?
Yeah. Check it out. It's fine. We got time.
Yeah, man. It's like a few producers. Paranorm's like the only like MC there.
Okay.
This shit's gonna be crazy. They're doing like visual art, like I guess projected.
Oh, all right.
It's gonna be fucking crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a real like 3D 360 type show.
Yeah, exactly.
Music.
This dude DiBiase is like a producer from fucking Watts and shit. Like, dude been around for a grip.
What's California?
Yeah.
No shit.
And he's doing like this. I guess this is the third show he's done like this with like visual and like an MC. So he's coming out here to do this one.
Watts is the hood too. So he's a real fucking.
And then he got some. Yeah, he got like I think Billy Loman, who's a producer locally, is gonna be on it. A couple other heads, but yeah, man, that's gonna be a dope show.
Yeah, the show is actually Friday, 3/23. He'll be doing some new joints off of his first project with John Glass.
Wait, what's the venue and all that?
It's called the Phantom's Breath. It doesn't have a name for a venue, but the address is 338 Newberry Street, Boston, Mass.
I bet you it's some kind of gallery or something.
Starts at 8 p.m. Get your tickets on Eventbrite.
Well, how much are tickets? Just
I think they're $10
$10
and
Fuck
like
yeah.
15 at the door. I think.
Okay.
Like that,
Sometimes those art shows can be. That's why I didn't know. Sometimes they're expensive. Yeah, exactly.
Depending on what galleries.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So
don't go to South End shows. They're all whacked.
Is it? Yeah. And they're all like $50 to get in. You're like, dude.
So that's a question. I'm glad you just said that. So what is considered like a hack in the hip hop world?
Juggalo music.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm telling Chase, bro. I'm telling Chase.
My roommate loves that shit. And
really?
Don't get me wrong. I went to plenty of shows because the women are cool.
No shit. I guess they gotta be to hang out there, right?
I respect the fuck out of them, but
dude, they got their own shit.
It's so insane to me.
Yeah,
it's like weird horror movies that I probably would never watch.
It's very
to me. I mean, like sins in the hip hop world is biting. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, buying your way into
plagiarizing,
the game.
Plagiarizing someone's lyrics. Jack someone's flow. Not steal beats. You will get caught.
And like you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Buying your way in. Like you can pay to play at all these venues now.
Payola type shit. Yeah.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? You sell 40 tickets and you get to rock for 5 minutes.
You're describing bringer shows for comedians.
Exactly.
And if you steal jokes, you're the scum of the earth.
There you go. So it's the same thing. Like biting is just
Carlos Mencia.
That's a great analogy, dude. That's a great analogy. There you go.
Do not do that shit, man.
There you go.
It's so disrespectful. And I mean, if
is there a Carlos Mencia in hip hop? I don't know, like somebody who was like legit famous that did it. Or
Milli Vanilli? I don't know if you call it hip hop.
But they didn't steal music though, right? They did their own shit just with the
They just never did any of the music. They just lip synced everything. I mean, I really don't want to call anybody out.
No, but I mean, this head's like, you know what I mean, like Diddy, like he don't write rhymes. You know what I mean, like
he writes checks.
I write rhymes, I write checks.
I love that
but
song.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's like I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear something that somebody wrote for you to express your feelings.
That was always a well-known thing.
As fuck.
Yeah, that was always a well-known thing that he had ghostwriters.
That
was
like
guaranteed.
You know what I mean? That's like picking out a fucking Hallmark card and not even writing anything personal. You know what I mean?
I don't think Dr.
You know what's funny about what you're saying
Same.
is when it comes to Diddy and any track he's been on or like said anything, he's always, his delivery is just kind of leaves you flat, and it's because he didn't write it himself,
right?
Or he didn't do it himself.
I mean, there's some great ghostwriters too in the industry.
I
mean, same thing with comedy.
Yeah, no, at least though, like if you're paying someone, you're like, listen, I'm gonna pay you to write this for me,
but you should sell it.
No, you cannot perform it. Like it's gonna be mine. That's different than what Carlos used to do. He'd stand in the back of the room and straight up steal
it and just retell your joke.
Exactly.
See, the thing is with ghostwriter, if you're a good ghostwriter, you know the person and you know what they need.
You know how to write for them.
You need to write it as if they fucking said it out of it.
All right, so you guys are producers.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Dr. Dre, I mean, if you listen to any of his features, they were written by the person who's featured on that track.
Right.
Listen to the Compton album. Kendrick Lamar wrote every fucking verse.
Okay,
You know, you go back to when he was with Eminem.
You can hear Eminem coming out of
Eminem. I give Dr. Dre credit like a motherfucker because he did them justice.
Right.
He produced those albums well.
Yeah.
He might not have fucking played the music, but he composed the music.
Right.
And he arranged that shit and he promoted it and
he killed it. Yeah.
He classics. And I mean, he's sort of on that line where it's like he's not hiding the fact that he's doing any of this.
Right.
This is the way he represents his art. And fucking much respect.
Fair enough, fair enough, right? Fair enough, you know?
So if you guys were working with an artist, right? Like say you approach some artist and he's like, I want to work with you guys. Are you having him in mind when you make a track? Because you're like, he would be good on this.
Absolutely.
Or you have an old track, you're like, man, I couldn't quite find a spot for this, but with him, he'll kill this.
It could be both. It could be either way. Like, there's sometimes we'll work with somebody, you know, somebody in mind, like with their style. There's some people that are a lot pickier than others. There's some people that don't like snare drums. There's some people that don't like fucking drums no more. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
or
legit.
tailor a beat to someone specific. A lot of the times, we're like, motherfucker, that's all I get is that same style shit.
Yeah.
Send me something completely opposite.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, people grow too as artists, and I feel like you're trapping them by sending them the same. You know, I'm going to send you the same Dipset beat to Cameron for fucking 20 years because he kills that music.
Right.
And sometimes you need to come out with some new shit.
Well, that's true, because how many times you hear an album or you love the album, then you buy the next album that comes out from that artist, and then you're like, okay, like that's still good, and then by the third album you're like, I've heard this before.
Right.
Exactly. Well, on the other spectrum is you love an artist, and then the next album you buy, you start to not like them.
Yeah, because like,
why the fuck isn't this the same product?
Yeah.
But you're like, you know what? That person has grown as a person.
Exactly.
New experiences, new products, new ideas.
I love that Jay-Z line on I think it was it wasn't American Gangster, it was the other album they did after that, when he's like, you know, people say they want my old songs, then buy my old albums. You know what I love that shit. Yeah.
I mean, and you should grow as an artist. I mean, perfect your style. I mean, we love boom bap beats. I'm never gonna not make boom bap.
Right.
I've had people ask me, make, you know, this trap beat, and I'll try, but it comes out.
It don't come natural.
It don't come natural. It's forced. I'll delete that shit. And if I do make it through it, it's boom bap.
Right.
With like a hint of new age mixing to it. You know, and it's just
that's fine though. You know,
but that's my roots. It's like a classic painter who only sculpts with marble and only does busts and can't draw a fucking charcoal paint.
Right. It is two different things. Yeah, it is two different fucking things. So, you know, I can see that. I can definitely see that.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, that's what's up.
So does anybody take any stock into Grammys anymore?
I don't.
I don't think I
was.
I mean, I wish I did. And give me the opportunity, I might.
Yeah, maybe someday.
It's the same thing with like the Oscars. Like you know, like there was that movie like Shape of Water won this year and shit like that. And it's like people.
I heard that movie was horrible.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. People are like fed up with this shit. It's, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck anymore about that.
Every
you know?
industry is all politics, though.
Right.
I mean, I work for the government, and it's straight fucking politics.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
And all I do is manage apartments.
Right. You see?
You know what I mean?
Like,
But you know what's funny is even you guys are talking about like, you know, who you talk to and you're networking and you're out there and you got to like talk to this person, talk to that person. You got a good group of friends that you like working with and you like what you're doing. I mean, everything's like that. You know, everything's like that. It's insane.
100%.
Who you know or who you build relationships with.
Exactly.
That's what ends up
Mutual
like
hobbies.
coming back around. You know.
Yeah. You know, like I always grew up building cars with friends and then became a mechanic and.
Right.
You know, now I have friends that are just straight, like, only talk about boring out fucking engines and running cars under 15 seconds like assholes. One Fast and the Furious movie.
Right.
You know? But it's, you know, everybody's got a hobby that's relatable, and hopefully you can find some people that enjoy the same thing, and you can enjoy fucking life.
That whole life imitates art imitates life kind of thing, and then they watch Fast and the Furious and like, I'm gonna be just like Vin Diesel.
Exactly. I need a Chevelle that does wheelies.
Fuck yeah. Oh shit. Well, fucking let's we still got a beat to play, so let's let's
play that on the
let's
way
do
out.
Let's do our outro stuff.
I want to say thank you guys for coming in, man.
For sure, dude. This is one of the best. No bullshit. This is one of the best shows we've ever had. Easily, dude. This was fucking. This was awesome, dude.
Thank you.
So, any more plugs? It's CLOAQxDAGGER
one more
on Instagram on everything.
At CLOAQxDAGGER, CLOAQxDAGGER.
Bingo.
You know what I mean? At Crack Sizzlack on SoundCloud, cracksizzlack.bandcamp.com, at Crack Sizzlack on Instagram.
At Matthias415.
There you go.
On everything.
There you go. Hell yeah. And then hit us up too. We're at Attention Def Pod on Instagram and Twitter. At Attention Deficit Podcast on Facebook. Email us at attentiondeficitpodcast@gmail.com. And thank you as always for listening. So enjoy this beat we're going to take you out with, and we will catch you back here next Wednesday at 7. Peace.